When you hear the word reality, you probably think of something solid, something solid. This body, this glass, this book, that star, right? You think of something solid, external, and independent of you. Stars, galaxies, bodies, brains. But if we start from the actual practice of science, something very simple appears. All of it, equations, measurements, brain scans, and even this video right now exists only as experiences in consciousness. Traditional science, which is based, as I've said many times before, on naive realism, traditional science assumes an observer-independent universe out there and then tries to explain how mind appears inside it. My suggestion is to flip this assumption. What if consciousness is the starting point, the ontological primitive, and what we call matter, space, and time are structured experiences within consciousness? Think of it this way. Remove consciousness and there's no science. No data, no equations, no theories, no universe that anyone can talk about. Consciousness is the one ingredient you cannot subtract from any act of knowing. So instead of asking, how does matter produce mind, we can ask, how do the regularities we call matter appear within mind? In my work all my life, I have described reality as the play of consciousness. The mind is constantly moving, sensations, thoughts, images, feelings, while consciousness itself is the basic stuff, or should we say, non-stuff of the mind that doesn't change. By analogy, you can create infinitely many paintings, but color itself is never created or destroyed by any painting. In the same way, gluons, quarks, galaxies, bodies, and brains are human constructs for modes of perception and their interpretation in consciousness. A simple example is the dream state. In a dream, you experience an entire world, people, streets, weather that feels external and real. When you wake up, you realize the whole thing was a construction in consciousness. My claim is not that the waking world is just a dream and let it go, but that, like a dream, it is a coherent, law-like construction in awareness, shaped by billions of minds that are themselves activities of one field of consciousness. Remember my equation, 0 is equal to infinity is equal to 1. So from a physics perspective, we already know that at the quantum field, systems don't have fixed properties independent of how they are observed. Observer and observed are entangled. Building on this, I propose a next step, a consciousness-based science that treats the entire universe with all observers, all modes of observation, and all objects observed as nothing but consciousness and its manifestations. This does not mean abandoning rigor. On the contrary, it means rigorously testing a different ontology. Can we map patterns of qualia, color, sound, meaning, emotion to patterns of information in what we call the brain and the cosmos? Can we explain the stability of physical laws and our shared world if we start not from particles but from the field of awareness in which particles are conceived? On a personal level, this perspective says reality is not something happening to you from the outside. It is being co-created through you as a unique pattern in the qualia matrix of consciousness. Your thoughts, intentions, and awareness do not merely observe reality. They participate in creating the world that you're experiencing every moment. So the invitation is simple. Notice the totality of your experience, sensations in the body, the sound of my voice, the space in the room, the stream of thoughts, and then those stream of thoughts, what they think about this video as well. All of it is arising in a single unified field of awareness. What if that field is not a byproduct of the universe? What if the universe you know is a movement within that field? So if this resonates, stay with me here on the Chopra Well, where we explore a new paradigm. Consciousness as the code of reality, and you as a conscious creator within it. Aham Brahmasmi. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma Tattvamasi.